when in Niagara, you got to make sure you check out all the wonderful eateries there are, like A Jose in St. Catharines. And When in Niagara is an organization, and actually something that was created through the pandemic with this guy beside us. And you might recognize this guy beside us. He's a little out of place here, because normally we're hanging around some vines and vineyards, because it's Marcel Morgenstern from Bellaterra.
Hi, Tim.
Good to see you, buddy. Okay, so let's get into, we're here for a number of reasons.
Yes.
Okay, we're here to support local businesses like Jose at A Jose
Absolutely.
and his wonderful eatery. And look at those little nachos that he's prepared for us
That's
with some
breakfast
guacamole.
right there.
But your connection to all the dining, the wonderful dining, eating and drinking in Niagara, and then into Habitat for Humanity. Before we get to Habitat for Humanity, what is When in Niagara?
So wheninniagara.com started, like you said, early days of the pandemic. A group of people online getting together, figuring out what are the restaurants doing for takeout when everyone was shut down. And what started out with like 300-400 people that I added to this Facebook group called Restaurants of Niagara has now mushroomed over time, first into 5,000 people, which I thought was unbelievable. And restaurants started to post on there, and people had conversations about where, and pictures where they had great meals and who to support. And today we're at 63,000 members and still growing by 400 or 500 people a week. And we built out of that the website wheninniagara.com, which is a directory. Businesses can get listed on there for free and give some information.
And it just helps educate anybody if they've never been to Niagara, if they're not familiar with spots like A Jose. It gets them in there. Feel free, Jose, to kind of get working on some stuff. We're going to be doing some things.
People have discovered, even living in Niagara, discovered places that they have never been to, and in this platform, wheninniagara.com, and this Facebook group, they can talk to staff, they can talk to people that have been there, and to the owners even. So when you walk into a place for the first time, you already kind of familiarized yourself with the place. You're not a stranger anymore. And that's kind of the theme that we've gone. We're not a review site, we're a referral site, and keep everything very positive.
So then what's the connection with Habitat for Humanity?
So right from the get-go, we've started to use this group also for some fundraising, which, this industry has gone through some really tough times and continues to do so, and that affects the whole community. So we partnered last year with Habitat for Humanity for dinner at home, which I think Lorraine is going to explain to you in detail.
We have Lorraine hiding up over there. Oh, she's up by the tequila. Oh, interesting. Hello, Lorraine. Lorraine from Habitat Humanity Niagara, and it's Home for Dinner. It's an initiative that they started last year during the pandemic. And what it is,
and we help them push that.
It's just people spending money at local eateries. I think it's $25 that they have to spend, and if they're spending $25, $5 from every spend by sponsorship through Habitat for Humanity will go to their build program.
That's
building houses for those.
So there's like 30 local restaurants all across Niagara. There's sponsors that have helped to fund this. And every time that you buy takeout for $25 or more, those sponsors pitch in $5 to Habitat for Humanity.
Jose, what's that called?
Sopis.
Sopis. Okay, so Sopis. That is something that you could take home for dinner along with those delicious nachos and guacamole. So wheninniagara.com?
Wheninniagara.com and Restaurants of Niagara on Facebook.
So check that out. Also, we're going to be talking to Lorraine coming up too and visiting another spot, one of the other participating restaurants. And is it Home for Dinner? homefordinner.ca. It's the entire month of May. So you don't have to be in Niagara, but if you are, make sure you're spending at one of the participating restaurants, because $5 for $25 goes back to building homes for those in need. We'll continue to dine when in Niagara on Morning Live. Well, good Monday morning. Welcome back to St. Catharines. Oh, we got a tasty Rollin with Bolen for you this morning. Great to be at A Jose with Jose, because it's all part of a wonderful fundraising effort. It's called Home for Dinner. It's for Habitat for Humanity. We have Marcel from Bellaterra, who is with When in Niagara, which is a group of restaurants that organized during the pandemic and has morphed into this massive organization, wheninniagara.com. You can check out for them for that. He is sipping on a delicious margarita that Jose made for us. And Jose was one of the first involved in Home for Dinner last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
And
yeah.
why did you get involved in that, Jose?
Why I think it's really important for us, for every single business. I think it's not just get everything for us. So it's just nice to share something with the people. Most for this cause, they are really good.
Well, and here's the thing, and it's easy for anybody. What are you making for us, Jose?
I'm making huevo rancheros.
Huevos rancheros. Okay, so
So
go
we
about doing
start-
that. And here's the thing, it's easy. Home for Dinner, so it runs the entire month of May, and all you have to do is spend $25 at participating restaurants in all of Niagara, not just in St. Catharines. There's about 30 different restaurants participating. And if you're spending $25, $5 from that will be put up by local sponsorship involved in the Home for Dinner effort. That then will go back, 100% of those profits will then go back into building affordable homes for locals who need it through Habitat for Humanity Niagara. And I know, Jose, you were one of the first restaurants involved
Yes,
last
yeah.
year, and it did really well.
They were doing really good, and it's just nice to see the response for the people, the supporting people. This is awesome. I love that one. I love. And that one is the huevo rancheros, a little bit of cheese on top.
So it's always kind of like sunny side up like that, because you want that yolk there to
Yes,
fall
yeah,
down
you have.
into the rice.
And when you break it, it's gonna be nice and everything with
What
the
kind of-
rice and
What kind of
beans.
cheese you had there?
We use Mexican cheese. We call it Oaxaca cheese.
Oaxaca. Okay.
Yeah. So this one is coming with a little bit of cheese, salsa verde, with dressing with a little bit of guacamole.
So you're making that guacamole every day?
Yes, it's every day. Every day has to be fresh.
Yeah.
Has to be fresh. A little bit of cilantro, just for garnish. Boom. And they are ready right
Amazing. Oh,
That's for
it
me.
goes really well with the margarita I hear there, Marcel.
That's it.
There we
you
go.
You made this one in the first segment here. What were these?
That one is sopes. Sopes is no translation in English, but that one is a cornmeal base, and it's coming with black beans, guacamole, tomato, cheese, cream, and just the garnish of the cilantro.
Okay.
And they are really tasty.
I'm going to go in. I'm going
Be
to
my
go in
guest,
for that.
please.
Cheers, Jose. Great to see you again. So
Thank
homefordinner.ca is where you can find all the participating restaurants. Again, $25, which is easy to spend on takeout. $5 goes 100% goes back into building affordable homes for those in need. And then wheninniagara.com, you can see all the participating restaurants and what they got going on. Cheers. We'll continue our tour. We're going to visit another participating spot when we come back on Morning Live.
Provecho.
Oh, things are looking pretty tasty and smelling pretty good too. Good morning, welcome back to St. Catharines. Very wonderful organization we're hanging with today, because Habitat for Humanity, their goal is to make sure, well, in a world where everybody has a safe and proper home to live in. But to build homes, you need money and need to properly fundraise. Now, Habitat for Humanity Niagara has come up with a wonderful idea. Home for Dinner is what it's called. They're now into their second year with Lorraine from Habitat for Humanity. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Where are we right now?
We are at Jamrock Irie Jerk.
Okay.
Yes.
I love jerk. Love Jamaican.
Me too.
Okay, so this is one of the participating restaurants in this initiative that you created last year.
Absolutely. This is one of the returning participating restaurants.
Okay.
So we love Michelle and Jamrock Irie Jerk. They not only opened their doors and their hearts to us last year for Home for Dinner, but they went above and beyond. So not only did they, participate in Home for Dinner and welcome our community into our doors to help raise funds for our home build program through Home for Dinner, but at the end of it, they shocked us completely by surprising us with a donation of their own. So unbelievable. It's all about community.
Okay, Home for Dinner.
Yes.
What is it?
Home for Dinner.
Yeah.
Think about it as like a grassroots community fundraising initiative. So where the community is working together with participating restaurants, with sponsoring partners, and all for the greater good. So during the month of May, we have about 30 different participating restaurants, and they track their takeout orders. So any takeout order that is valued at $25 or more is qualified for a Home for Dinner dinner. So the nice thing is we have a whole bunch of sponsoring partners, and they believe in community as well. So for every one of those takeout orders that get placed through Home for Dinner through the month of May, they donate $5 to our home build program.
These are some of your sponsors that are
Absolutely.
involved right now.
Amazing.
And this is what arrives. This will be in your to-go
Yeah, in your
container,
takeout order.
In your,
Yeah.
in your takeout order. So it's just $25. $5 goes back to building homes.
You got it.
Okay. What do we? I don't know. What's the misconception about Habitat for Humanity that maybe we don't know?
Oh, the number one misconception is we just give homes away. And we don't. We actually provide a hand up, not a handout. So we work with very hardworking families, and we help them attain safe and affordable homes through a 0% interest, 0 down payment mortgage. So they still have mortgage payments just like everyone else, but we just give them a little extra help along the way because we believe that affordable housing is the key to end the homelessness and the affordable housing crisis that we have, not only in Niagara, but across all of
With
Canada.
prices going up too.
It's insane. It's
building materials.
Yeah,
Right. So
building materials for
programs
sure.
like this are easy to do, and so here's. You said about 30 participating all through. We're in St. Catharines, but all throughout Niagara.
You got it.
Okay, Home for Dinner 2022, homefordinner.ca.
Yes.
I know you've partnered up with When in Niagara, which is a wonderful organization too that will help you. If you not as familiar with some of the awesome restaurants here, you can head to wheninniagara.com and kind of explore and check out some of the wonderful spots. I'm going to be checking out what Michelle is spinning up for us back here. Hello, Michelle. I'm looking for a roadie. Let's take a break. We'll come back with Michelle and the gang at Jamrock, Iron Jerk on Morning Live. I love Jamaican food. I don't know what it is about it. If it's the spice, if it's the comfortness, it's just delicious. And happy to be in St. Catharines this morning at Jamrock Iron Jerk. We have Michelle with us.
Hey,
what's going on?
How
Okay,
are you?
I'm doing awesome. Great to see you here.
Yes,
Great to
thank
see
you for coming. Thank you for coming.
We're here for a few reasons: to see Michelle and the whole gang. To make a roadie, because I love my roadies, but also to help a great organization, Habitat for Humanity Niagara,
Right.
and their Home for Dinner program, which is running right now for the month of May. You're returning to
Correct.
Home for Dinner.
That's correct.
Where people can spend $25
Yeah.
on takeout food. $5 from that goes back into building affordable homes for those in
Absolutely.
need.
Yeah.
Why did you get involved last year in it?
I think it's a great opportunity or a great cause what they're doing for the community on a whole. I mean, be it in St. Catharines or Niagara, wherever Habitat is, it's just awesome. And yeah, it's a great cause.
Yeah.
It's a great cause.
How long have you been open for?
December will be 7 years.
7 years. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Why are your roadies so good?
Lots of love in it.
Okay, so take us through. If anybody does, I love roadies. So
Sure.
what do we got here?
So this
Michelle?
is the boneless chicken rotis.
Okay.
I usually buy the chicken that's already deboned, cut it up into small pieces, and seasoned. It's usually pre-seasoned.
Thigh? You want to be using thighs?
Yeah, boneless, or you can use the breast, but a lot of persons prefer the thigh.
It's just there's a little bit more taste
Right,
to that.
exactly.
Okay.
And seasoned with green onions, peppers, just a lot of a variety
Any
of.
secret ingredients into your
I'm not
spice?
gonna tell
you got
you.
there's a little in there. And we don't want to know. We just want to
Right.
know. Can we just know it tastes
Right,
good? Is that
right.
the first thing you add to the roti?
Well, we usually mix them together.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's what you
yeah,
want to do.
yeah.
What's in here, Michelle?
That's potatoes, boiled
Okay.
potatoes and carrots, and
carrots.
they're mixed together.
You just put all that goodness together.
Correct.
Why is Jamaican food so yummy?
You know what? It's the difference of the herbs and the different spices and just the variety of different stuff that they have.
Where did you learn to?
Would you
make all
believe
that?
it if I told you that I didn't like to cook?
Really?
I don't like to
So
cook. But
if I told you 10 years ago that you would open up your own restaurant,
I'd
what
say
you
you're
would say-
kidding.
you
No
would say
way,
yeah.
not me.
But you're still going here. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just dumping this whole thing.
Just pour it
The
on.
whole thing.
The whole thing.
Okay. And we're dumping it. This is the roti itself,
That's right, yeah.
And we've warmed this roti up ahead of time.
Right.
Okay. All of that in there, and
And you-
there's a bit of art to folding it, isn't
That's
it?
correct.
Okay. So
usually you go this way
okay, that way.
and then over again, and then you can kind of flatten it out,
Okay.
and then you roll over, and then you roll.
I just roll that in like that.
So it's kind of like a comfort food. So you could have it on the go, or we could take it home. So it's pretty filling. It's like a meal.
That thing is going in my belly. That is going to be sitting in my belly. It's
You're
going to
gonna
be
love it.
awesome. Oh, you think you're having it? Oh, Luke behind the camera is a big fan of roti too. He thinks, oh, we're fighting for this baby. We're fighting for this baby. So then, do we roll that up, or how do we?
Yep, you roll it up.
That up?
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, so quickly, Habitat for Humanity Niagara. There's over 30 restaurants participating in it, and as Michelle says, it's just easy to do. All you have to do is any takeout food. You got to spend $25, and then there's an order right there. $5 from that goes back to building affordable homes for those in need. Just a great organization, homefordinner.ca. And When in Niagara is a organization of restaurants that have come together through the pandemic. So if you don't really know where to go, you can find Jamrock in St. Catharines. There's so many other fantastic spots in and around Niagara. Look at you. Yeah, keep it going. Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Wow.